The decision as to whether or not General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party, Bar Jagdeo, will have his request of the Statement of Polls in District 4 granted has now been put on hold. Justice Franklin Holder was scheduled to make a decision on Tuesday, but recent developments have halted the decision. Justice Holder in the matter explained that before he can grant the request of Jagdeo, he first needs to deal with the issue of jurisdiction, which arose during arguments on Tuesday. Defense attorney representing Jagdeo's senior counsel Douglas Mendez raised the issue that the court did not have jurisdiction to hear the case involving Yulita Moore. Moore is the applicant who was granted several interim orders to stop the Guyana Elections Commission from granting permission for a national recount of ballots, which was to be supervised by a high-level team from the Caribbean community. Representing the interests of Moore, Attorney-at-Law Mayo Robertson explained that Senior Counsel Mendez will have up to Wednesday to make submissions. Defense will make submissions 24 hours after.
Well, the matter of the SOPs was reserved and deferred because the judge thought it was important to resolve the issue of the jurisdiction before he decided whether or not to deal with the issue of the SOPs.
What were the underlying arguments where jurisdiction is concerned?
I guess you're going to have to ask Mr. Mendez and his team for that, yes.
But do you have any objections to that?
Of course we do. We firmly believe that this court has jurisdiction. That's why we brought the action here in the first place.
Senior Counsel Neil Boston, representing the interests of the Guyana Elections Commission, explained that on Friday, parties involved in the case will return before Justice Holder. He added that defense for Gecom will also need time to review the arguments.
It will be waste of time if after the jurisdiction issue is completed and I find that I don't have jurisdiction, we would have wasted all the time on this discovery which has flown from Yulita Moore's application. So it was agreed that Mr. Mendez will file his arguments on jurisdiction by 2 o'clock tomorrow, and Yulita Moore lawyers will file a response by 2 o'clock on Thursday, and then we will come on Friday at 9:30 a.m.
Attorney-at-Law Anil Nandlal, however, claimed that it was Moore's team who argued whether or not the court had jurisdiction to order Gecom to present the SOPs which Jagdeo had requested.
And then we countered with a jurisdiction issue ourselves, and we said, look, the court at some point in time, perhaps after the discovery hearing is concluded, will have to address its mind to whether it can entertain Yulita's Moore matter, because that matter questions decisions made by the Elections Commission, and decisions made by the Elections Commission under the statute section 140 of the Representation of the People's Act is precluded from inquiry by any court.
Javone Vickerie, HGP Nightly News.